I wake up in the middle of the night and I can't remember why. Oh. Right, somebody talking in her sleep. Oh, William. Is Ellen having a dream about... No, wait. That's Virginia's voice calling her brother's name. Do I even want to know what she's dreaming about? It's sticking to my teeth. No, I probably don't want to know. I'm going back to sleep.
I will be holding an extra review session after class for students wishing to prepare for tomorrow's exams. It's up to you whether or not to choose to attend.
Do I wish to be stuck with him for more hours of the day? Sure, go to the study session. Oops. The room is slightly too small for the anxious freshmen clustering in it. From the whispers I overhear, it seems that nobody knows what the test is going to cover, only that it takes place tomorrow. Professor Grabner's appearance doesn't settle anyone's nerves.
Open your notebooks if you have them. This is not a quiz. This is for your own benefit. If you do not know the answer, look it up or ask someone.
Let's get over to where I can peek at Ellen's notes. They're better organised than mine.
If you have paid any attention in your schoolwork up to this point, you should be aware of a broad range of uses for magic within the pentachromatic system. Mr. Arias, if I wish to cast a spell to make a beast's fur fall out, what colour magic would you use? Funny you should actually ask Manuel, because he's probably part lichen.
Green, sir?
I should hope that you would know that much without needing to ask for my approval. Miss Wynn, what colour of magic would you use to transform a lump of coal into a diamond?
Well, diamonds are blue, I guess, so blue magic. Blue, sir?
Why are you so hesitant? Yes, the magic of change would suffice.
He continues in this vein, putting individual students on the spot to answer questions about the applications of each colour of magic. Suddenly, his voice cuts off in the middle of a sentence.
Mr. Danson.
Yes, sir?
As you do not appear to have need of these revisions, you are excused. You may find more challenging material to occupy you this Saturday in detention.
Yes, sir. He leaves the room. What was that about? I didn't see him do anything, but it's too crowded in here to be sure. I hope all this revision is worth it. It's wearing me out. Smarts and stress increased by 1. I awaken to a knock on the door. Looking around the room, I notice that Virginia hasn't stirred at all. Ellen's awake, but she shakes her head frantically when I meet her eyes.
Oh man, I don't think I got to do what it is I wanted to do. Oh well, hopefully I'll be able to do the other things I wanted to do.
I pull on my robe and go to see who it is.
Joyous morning to you, Silver.
Hi.
I came to deliver your exam schedules. This is a solo exam, so each student has a separate time slot. Report to the listed room at the time indicated to receive further instructions.
Further instructions at separate times? This exam process is very unusual.
Please pass on their schedules to your roommates.
She waves and goes on her way.
3-3. Oh no, 2. Dang.
The instructions said to be at this room at this time. The door is closed and I can't see inside. Someone else might still be in there taking their test. Well, too bad. I don't want to be penalised for being late. I rap quietly but firmly on the door. The world starts to go surreal. What happened? Where am I?
You're now in dungeon level 1, layout 5B.
What? Who said that?
The exit from this dungeon lies beyond the wall in front of you. There are no doors to your room. You must use magic in order to escape. Good luck.
What magic? What am I supposed to do? No one answers. This must be the mysterious test that nobody would tell us about. What happens if we fail? Are we stuck down here forever, bricked up like the cask of Amontillado? Surely even Professor Grabner wouldn't be that awful. Still, I have to use magic. What kind of magic? I only get one choice. Blue magic changes things and moves things. Probably how I ended up in this room to begin with. Someone used magic on me to teleport me, so it must be possible for me to do the same thing backwards. Here goes nothing.
Oh,
nothing's all I get.
If you guys don't know, hold on, let me... If you guys don't know, if you have 30 blue magic when you come to this test, something interesting happens. Unfortunately, I have 29.
I'm back in the school.
A worthy effort, Miss Wynn, but you lack the skill and power to teleport yourself out reliably.
But I didn't I? Or maybe he moved me after I failed.
In future examinations, the dungeons will be warded to prevent you from escaping so easily. You might also consider that attempting to teleport yourself out without sufficient skill can have very unpleasant consequences. However, you are not expected to know that at this stage. Remember to be both creative and cautious in the future. Dismissed.
I walk out of the hallway, my head's still spinning. I guess I passed. At least. What a strange school.
Well, it's a school for magic. Of course it can be strange.
So, how about that exam, huh? How'd you do? Okay, I guess. I blew up the wall. Mostly, anyway. Old Grabby said that's a boring answer, but I thought it was fun. What about you, Ellen? Well, I just teleported back out again. Ha! That makes sense. What do you think the other exams will be like? More dungeons? Probably. Weird how the exams are more fun than the actual classes, huh? I don't think they are. So what are you guys doing today? At that moment there's a knock on the door. Is that the allowances? Why didn't they just push them in? I'll go check. In the hallway by our door I see a small stack of envelopes, normal ones with the allowances in them, and also a large brown padded envelope addressed to me. My parents sent me something! I go back inside and hand out the money to the other girls. What have you got there? Something from my parents. I don't know. It's absolutely covered in tape. It's going to take me a few minutes to get open. It'll still be here later. I guess. Maybe I'd rather looked at it without my roommates around anyway. What should I do today?
Mall.
What should I do at the mall?
I have $15.
As I make my way to the food court, I spot somebody waving.
Virginia, Ellen, Silver, over here.
What's he up to? We walk over to the table and find a large chocolate chip cookie with congrats written on it in frosting.
I thought we should celebrate you passing your first exam, V.
Ah. She gives him a big hug, the top of her head nestling under his chin.
And you guys did it too, right? Facing unknown challenges without nothing but your magic. You're real witches now.
Thanks. It's sweet how William looked after his little sister. Too bad Donald can't be here too. I never did find out why he got detention.
Have a seat and dig in, kids.
Kids? I thought we were real witches now.
Yeah.
He reaches out over the table to ruffle my hair. The cookie gets split into 4 and then split again when Ellen gives Virginia some of hers. Soon it's nothing but crumbs in a memory. Reduce stress by 5. While my roommates are out, I pull out the package that my parents sent me. Well, not a package really. It's not a box, just an envelope wrapped in tape. I try for a while to pull the tape off, but it's not coming. Eventually I pull out some nail clippers and use them to make a small hole and tear it apart. Inside is a letter and a small newspaper. My old school's paper! And a stack of photographs. There's Mom and Dad waving at me in my house, my backyard. They haven't forgotten me after all. It'll still be quite a while before I get to go home. Not until after Thanksgiving. But they're not really that far away. If they needed me, they could come and get me. I've been here for about a month now. I guess I'm getting used to this life.
Okay, so what to do? Spellbook. Okay, so I've only learned blue magic thus far. I want to also learn some white magic, but I also want to do some gym.
Hey guys, are either of you interested in running for class office? Like, president? I don't think... What do you have to do to run? Not much. You just have to tell the teachers by the end of the week that you want to run, and next week everybody votes. Oh, and you have to have a clean record. No demerits. There are only 2 positions for the freshman class. President and treasurer. The upper classes are a bit more difficult because they have more events and stuff. The freshman officers don't do anything? I'm sure they do something, just not as much. Like the junior class is in charge of the prom, and that's a big deal. And then the same people who run the prom junior year have to run initiation at the start of the next year, because elections haven't been held yet. It's a ton of work. It's much easier for the freshmen. You probably just have to go to meetings with the teachers and not a lot. So, are you interested? No one would vote for me. But that's why I'm asking. See, Minnie Cochran is obviously gonna win president, so it's not even worth trying for that. But the treasurer position is open. Pastel says Jacob said he thinks he'll win it easy. So I want someone else to win. Anyone else. William isn't running for president in this class again this year, so it's perfect. He can endorse a freshman candidate and then they're sure to get to win. I'm not sure that... Why don't you run? No way. Class officers have to have meetings with teachers. I see way too much of them in class anyway. Speaking of which, we need to pick our classes for the week. Well, I know what I'm doing. We're going to be doing gym and... one more not black magic. One more blue magic. Taking gym, we gained 1 strong and 1 stress. Nice throw! I turned to look. It's Kyo, a sophomore in Wolf Hall. Okay, I don't know what a sophomore is, to be honest. I know there's freshmen and then there's seniors, but what's a sophomore? Is that like in the middle? I have no idea. He's a member of the sports club, but I don't know him very well. Thanks. Want to play some one-on-one? Actually, I came over to ask you a question. Huh? Okay, shoot. Well, I have this friend who likes this girl, only she's never really paid any attention to him. So since you're a girl, I thought maybe you could tell me how to make a girl like me, my friend. Wait, are you talking about me? What? No. So you don't like me? I like you, just not like that. Why not? I don't know. Do you think I'm ugly? Is that it? No, you're just not her. Gotcha. What? I'm not mad at you, I was just kidding. I don't like you either. Hey. Oh. I pat him on the shoulder. Now you have practice with all the awkward stuff. Good luck. I think I'm sorry I asked. He probably should be. What do I know about romance? When I get back to my room this afternoon, the others are already there, and they don't look happy. What's going on? Horrible Donald left a box of cat poop on our doorstep during class. It was really mean. You? Where did he get that from? Some of the older students have pets. He must have gotten someone to help. Should we try to find out who? No, this is between him and me. And the professors. He is so gonna get it for this. You're gonna tell on him? He's going too far. This has to stop. It's pretty hard to forgive a joke like that. Getting out of his way to get a hold of... and then leaving it on the doorstep? Oh, that's awful. At least it wasn't on fire. Hey, gained 3. Learn teleport self. 20 mana, wow. I don't know how much mana I actually have. In the late afternoon, I'm sitting on my bed with a magazine when I hear a groan. Ugh. She drops her notebooks on the floor, causing it to shed a couple of loose pages. What's the matter? Oh, nothing. Just school. She falls backwards onto the bed and kicks off her shoes, letting them arc off in different directions. I hate school. Sitting still, taking notes, listening to lectures about things I already know or never need to know anyway. Blah. Well, you don't have to go to class every day. You are taking it easy today, huh? Anyway, it's different for you. If I goof off, my brothers will catch me. Not that I care what Donald thinks. But William is different. He's a good guy. He's always looked out for me. Where are you guys from, anyway? Massachusetts. Salem? Nah, Springfield. But were there really witches in Salem? Sure, there still are, but I know what you mean. Lots of magical people are really connected with their homes. We tend to build a tower and defend it. If things go wrong at home, you fix them. Not so keen on moving. When times in Europe were When times were bad for witches and wizards in Europe, they just hid better. They didn't go to America with the early colonies, not in big settlements anyway. And not with wizards, and no wizards from Africa went there at all. So the only proper magical people around were the natives, and by the time of Salem, they didn't want much to do with the colonists. I don't know if I'm pronouncing Salem properly or not. Salem, Salim, Salem. One of those, I'm sure, right? I think, I hope. Then, a couple of kids came out wild seed, and there wasn't anybody to control them. So the witches they hanged were real? No. It was only those kids who were witches, but they didn't know it. When they started doing real magic, they were just as scared as the village people. So they blamed the other people when the preachers told them to, and it was those people that got hanged. Hard luck on them. Anyway, we have schools now, so that sort of thing doesn't happen. I guess it's important to go to school, huh? Yeah. I need to make up my mind whether or not to run for class office. I still don't know exactly what the jobs involve, other than working with the teachers, and that means spending time with Professor Grabner. It could help me to get on the good side, or it could give him more opportunities to make my life miserable. That's if I can actually win the election, of course. I've never been in an election before. I don't think I have any enemies in the freshman class, but I don't think I'm that popular either.
Should we run for president, treasurer, or don't run? I don't know. Maybe I'll leave this for the next episode. I thank you guys for listening. I know my voice had several errors through it during the last few episodes. I also hope the resolution is a bit better as well. I've changed the screen size and hopefully it doesn't look as stretched out as the previous 3 episodes did. Or was it 4 episodes? I can't remember. But anyway, my voice is getting, well, a little bit strange, so I'm going to call it for here. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. I know I have enjoyed recording it. I will see you guys next time. Take care.